This week on Plan Brotherhood, we make up for our sins from episode 5 and get back to the basics. We pick apart some crappy movies and pine for respectable facial hair. I master the art of the impression, and Brother Bear Nick reflects on all the girls he's loved before who now love other girls. Make sure to leave us your comments at myspace.com/planbrotherhood or planbrotherhood.com, and be sure to tune in next week to hear our very own theme song and the return of Cineplexity. But you got denied drinking.
No, I didn't. I almost did.
Oh, yeah.
Because
you were an asshole about it.
Well, it was a flight to Vegas, so it was only like a 2.5-hour flight. But Margaret had hooked me up with first class, and this was my first experience with that, so I was going to get as drunk as I could. Because we were flying in at like midnight, and we wanted to be drunk by the time we got there, like catch up with everybody. Little did I realize how easy it is to get drunk for free in Vegas once we landed as well. But yeah, so I drank. Everything I got was a double. It was Jackson Coke's doubles the whole time. And after the third one, and I was just jamming out to my iPod and stuff. And every time she came back, I would she wasn't even asking me anymore. I would grab her, and I'd be like, "Oh, can I get another one?" And then we were like 20 minutes to landing, and they're like, "Everybody, if you're gonna get a drink, get it now." And then she could see it in my eyes that I wanted that one last one. And she's like, "Are you sure you don't want a juice or a soda?" And I was like, "No, I'll take one more drink if I could." And she's like, "Okay." And then so she comes back and she says, "It's a single." And then so that was my way of getting cut off. I wasn't going to try and guzzle that one.
Did you say, "But I'm going to Vegas, baby"?
No, I didn't think to say that.
You should have given her...
but aside from the drinking, it was just kind of nice. Except for first class, this lady sat there with her baby that cried a lot.
Really?
I thought that was kind of unusual.
That seems kind of un-first class.
I know, and I kept thinking every time the stewardess walked up that they were going to do something.
What can they do?
I don't know. Give her a blanket. That's what ended up happening.
The baby's not going to stop crying. So I've never been to Vegas.
I know, we should go.
But you can really, it's everything I've heard. You can get drunk for free.
Yeah, and like in the shittiest places too. Like the place that we stayed was the Excalibur, which is really built to look like a cartoon castle. And then you go inside and they got like the SpongeBob SquarePants ride, and like there's just all kinds of ridiculous stuff going on. Yeah.
Oh, how wonderful.
I didn't go on any of it because I was on a budget. But so you just sit there long enough at the shitty nickel slots or whatever it is, and they'll bring you whatever kind of beer you want. I was drinking Heineken and Corona
gambling
for free. Yeah, definitely.
That's still
or
great,
just sitting there. Like there were certain points where I was out of money, and I was just waiting for Margaret to be done with roulette, and they would bring me drinks.
What was your gambling budget?
For the entire weekend, I was there 2 days. I guess it was $90 maybe.
Wow.
And so much of that was going towards other things.
If I was going to Vegas for like...
Cigarettes were $9 a pack in the lobby.
But see, if I was going to Vegas for like 3 days, I would have gambling money set aside from like luxuries money.
Well, I had more luxury
this
money.
This money is just for gambling. And for 3 days, I would want to bring like $1,000.
No.
And I would want to try to work something out with the casino where they hold on to the money, and because I could just easily blow it all in the first night. So they hold on to it. They give me $300 on Friday, $300 on Saturday.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I can't be trusted in a casino.
See, I totally can. I was like blowing my money so casually on the slot machines.
I guess going to Vegas.
I wanted to sit and play cards. Like that was my whole idea going in. Like I'm going to do that for
$90?
$90.
And that's $90 for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I had a certain I had it to the dollar, like what was set aside for what. I had drink money, cigarette money, food money, and then the rest was gambling. And I fucked up my budget because I somehow
you bought a book at the airport.
No, I didn't buy a book at the airport. I stole a couple. I was wearing a proper jacket.
Wow.
No. No, so I bought a brand new pack of cigarettes for $9 in the lobby because I was too lazy to go anywhere else.
Wait, let me ask you this.
Oh, it's such a good story, though.
I'm sorry.
As well.
They have slot machines like in the airport when you get to Vegas, right?
Yeah.
And in grocery stores and stuff.
Wow. I didn't go to any grocery stores, but I imagine so.
They sell liquor at the grocery stores.
Yeah.
Oh, this place.
Yeah, it's a dream world.
I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Oh, side point, and then let me get back.
Okay.
Actually, maybe I should. I only remember this part now, but you can get drunk anywhere you want to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can drink.
You can walk on the streets with open containers of alcohol.
What's the indoor smoking policy?
Everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, I'm walking through hotel lobbies. Like,
really?
You just feel like you get to feel like trash for 2 days straight when you go on vacation.
I'm shocked because
it's
there's
awesome.
a lot of family.
And I know, and like I really did feel bad at certain points because they try and make it a family-oriented town during the day.
Yeah,
the guys aren't out there yet with their hookers.
Right.
But yeah, it's amazing.
So it's like you could probably smoke in grocery stores.
I don't know about a grocery store. Like there are probably some limits.
I watch old not even very old movies from like the early '90s where they're smoking in a grocery store. Like I was watching Slacker.
My Blue Heaven.
My Blue Heaven. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
But I was watching Slacker, which I guess was actually
80s.
What year was that? 89 or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. But yeah, and they were inside the grocery store smoking. And
yeah, there used to be
awesome.
Smoking was so prevalent in movies. Like it
I
wasn't
don't remember
such a
it
big
as
deal.
a kid though.
Yeah, I do. Remember Blues Brothers? Well, that was kind of for the cool factor, I suppose. But they smoked a ton in that movie.
No, I'm talking about. I don't remember being a kid where people were smoking indoors. Like I don't even remember going to the grocery store and seeing anyone smoking a cigarette.
No. Maybe they emphasized it for the movies. Because I also remember like Last Boy Scout. Like he's just lighting up everywhere he is. Bruce Willis.
Well, I think Pierce County, our county, is really really strict about smoking thing. Probably has been for a while.
Bitch the other day. Oh my God, this guy that he's my coworker / friend. That's how he introduced me the other day. Coworker before friend, I guess.
Wow.
But I had to go over to his house for a transaction. I don't want to say too much. And he was outside on the stoop, and we were sitting out there and smoking. And this woman, this total bitch that I guess he has to deal with all the time, comes up to us, and she's like, because there's a 25-foot rule here in Washington State. And so we were like...
I can't believe someone would actually point out the 25-foot
Yeah,
rule.
and she's
People
like...
do it to me all the time. But
do you know how far away
from
the door you are? And we're like probably 10, 15 feet, but then was like trying to be all courteous but snide at the same time. Oh, I said his name. But he was just he was being really rational. He's like, oh, I think that only applies to public places.
I believe
because
so.
This is a private residence or whatever. And she's like, well, I have health issues, and now I have to walk around to the other side. I have groceries. Do you want to help me carry my groceries? Yes, ma'am, I will help you carry. I made that whole last part up. But it was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. Ugh. Like I say, people at work will be like, are you 25 feet away from the door? But I'm pretty sure they're kidding. At least I ignore them.
Yeah, I've chosen to ignore it most of the time too. And like at my work, I sit right on the stoop outside, and we have the door like propped open half the time.
Yeah.
So our smoke there's a lot of smokers at my work, and so the smoke is basically billowing into the hallways, and nobody ever says shit because everybody smokes there, like in the other departments too, the other floors.
You know what's weird about where I work is it's fast food, but they always try to like act like they're so fancy, like they're this really really nice Italian restaurant. But they let us.
What sells me on that is the Dean Martin always playing in the background.
They let us go outside in droves and just smoke like right there, right where everyone walks past to come in. Like that just looks disgusting when you're going into a restaurant.
Does it? It never bothered me. Even when I didn't smoke, that never bothered me.
But see, a lot of times I'll be out there smoking, and then I'll walk in like behind somebody, and I'm walking smoking a cigarette right behind them, and maybe they're a little annoyed by it, and I don't give a fuck. And then I realize they're going into the restaurant, and I'm going back in, and then like they sit at my table, and I'm their waiter now.
And do you make a production and wash your hands in front of them?
I do. I really do, because I'm in the
to.
bar, and we got baby wipes back there, so like I wash it and I do that. I'm always extra dick sucky nice, like, hey guys, how's it going? Get you something to drink. It's hot out there.
You really are. It cracks me up because you're so sarcastic in actual life, and I think anybody that listens knows that. But when I sit in there, like when you're working the bar, and I come
nice
to
to everybody.
Oh my
Not
God,
coworkers.
it's ridiculous. Not coworkers. Somebody will come up and try and weasel free shit out of you, and you just hardcore, and you're shutting them down. It's so funny. And then a customer comes in, and you're like, "Hey, champ, did you want a starter?"
Yeah. Well, it's your Mr. Server voice. You have to do it. First of all,
Is that the same as your cop voice?
Yeah, it is
I'll bet.
exactly the same. But oh yeah. Well, basically, I'm terrified of getting a complaint about me. Plus, I think it's really trashy and just really stupid when a server is mean to a customer, like just because they're having a bad day.
Right. So you never do that. You don't take it out on the
Never,
customer.
never.
Really, you seem like the type that could. Like you'd get a
No.
phone call from your wife that pissed you off. That's just a
No,
that's just
absolutely
an
not.
example.
The only time I'm a little rude is if someone comes in like 5 minutes before. But like I said, I'm so terrified of getting a complaint because I'm really a big asshole at work. I doubt my bosses even know how nice I am to customers. They just see me being an asshole to everybody else who I work with and to them, and they just assume. In
And
fact,
doing
one of my
impressions of
managers,
them some of the
one of
time.
my managers heard me talking to a table and then was like, "Oh," I pointed to one of the other guys, one of the bigger managers, and said, "Look, he really can be nice to a table." That's fucked up. I'm always nice to tables.
Yeah, I've always seen you be nice
Just
to
because I'm not
tables.
nice to idiots that I work with.
And you have shit to say after the fact, but you're always nice.
Oh
in the
yeah, I
moment.
always go back there and bitch about my tables like everyone does. But it's just
How often do people
ridiculous
like
to take
push
it out.
for discounts because something doesn't
I
meet their standards?
all the
Does
time.
that happen a lot?
all the time?
And
it's
how often do you grant their
disgusting.
wishes? Is that up to you as
Me?
the waiter?
No, it's to the managers, and every single time they do it, they can complain. There was a lady in there that complained about. She was like, the service was really good. All the food came out on time. It was all cooked good. Our waitress did really well, but she just looked really busy, and none of the other waiters were helping her, and that upset me. And then she got a $25 gift card. So she was complaining about good service. And the manager that gave her the gift card, first of all, I'm just disgusted that he's giving it to her. It makes you lose respect for those guys, really. But then he was like talking about it to me after. He's like, "Oh yeah, can you believe that? Can you believe that woman? You can always tell the scammers. Why give it to her?"
Because it's less hassle for them. I've had managers
It's
at
not
places
even that.
I've
It's
worked.
that they'll write an email to the company website,
Oh,
and,
right,
then,
yeah.
and then fucking their managers will, because this guy's been the manager there for 15 years, and all he gets is a name on the door. He can't
Yeah,
even
he doesn't
decide
fuck
what
around.
kind of pop they sell. He can't decide anything like that.
Say pop.
Soda. I'm sorry. I do say soda.
I
Pop
don't
was
think
for
you did.
humor. It's funny.
No, I don't believe that it was. Anyway, that's fine. If you want to say pop, man.
I won't ever.
That's
I'm sorry.
awesome. It makes me respect you more. Remember when I had athlete's foot real bad?
I do remember that.
I pretty
was
much got over that.
disgusting.
I know it was. It was horrible for everybody.
Doesn't our stepdad have athlete's foot?
Oh, big time.
Really?
Like that's why you don't ever shower at mom's house.
Well, I remember when I lived
There are
in
plenty
their
of reasons not to shower at
apartment
mom's
with
house.
them. When I lived in their apartment with them, they had 2 bathrooms, and the one for me to take a shower in was not that one.
Yeah.
That
well,
was like a rule, but I never saw it or anything.
I've never seen our stepdad's barefoot. I know that it's black though.
Maybe it's on purpose. He just hides it.
Is it racist that the first time I remember like actually sitting down and talking to the guy when mom left dad for him? I
Good
was like,
times.
he kind of looks like Morgan Freeman, doesn't he, PJ? I remember telling you at the time.
Right, and I thought he
It's
looked
because
like
he's black and he has a beard.
No,
That-
he does look like
he has a resemblance to him. I think it's his stoic voice too.
I thought he looked like Samuel L. Jackson, specifically from Deep Blue Sea. Like, I thought it looked exactly like him, and you kept pushing Morgan Freeman on me. No, he looks like Morgan Freeman.
I've never seen Deep Blue Sea. Did he have a beard in that movie?
Yeah, he had kind of that, like, not
Golfer's
afro-y,
cap?
but yeah. Oh, what? Golfer's cap. He had a lot of hair, a lot of round hair, and a big thick beard, and he had put on some weight for the role. And
You know what?
that's a fucking ridiculous movie. Yonda Bont.
Isn't there like a horrific scene in that movie where somebody gets eaten by a shark out of nowhere?
They all get eaten by a shark. That's the movie.
Don't they show that in the fucking trailer? I know, but like it was
Yeah,
Sam Jackson's
no,
character, wasn't it?
Well, he does too. They all do. But in the trailer, they would show Michael Rappaport, like this really
Nobody cares
fake-looking
about
shark
that guy.
twist around. I know, that's why they put him dying in the trailer. They didn't give a fuck. And LL
remember-
Cool J gets all his limbs bit off, but still lives at the end. Like,
Michael
I'm sure it was in
Rappaport.
his contract.
What do you think about that guy? Remember that sitcom that was on recently? That was like a Married with Children type
It was
retread.
The War at Home.
War at Home.
The
yeah.
War at Home.
Did you ever watch that show?
Ah, man, it was bad. It was just like the one with Donald Logue, Grounded for Life.
No, that one felt cleaner to me. Like War at Home was just trying to be sleazy in the same way I felt Married with Children always
War
was.
at Home did this awful thing where after a scene, like
They would just deal with issues like their kids and masturbation and not
right,
in the
but it was
cutesy
real
Roseanne
funny
way.
and sarcastic and his fucking accent, Brooklyn accent or whatever it's supposed to be. But they did this really annoying thing where after they would do a thing on the show, like a quick little one-liner, they would cut to like just a totally white background and like the character sitting there and say something really funny to the camera.
Yeah.
Like kind of like how
Like
you
you're
think a
getting there-
stand-up comedian would do in the middle of a sitcom.
Right, like
It
Titus
was-
maybe.
Oh, I never saw Titus that looked awful because of that. Yeah, and
Have
then
you heard that
Grounded
guy?
for Life is real stupid too.
Chris Titus stand up?
No,
I don't imagine it's that funny.
no, I Titus was an awful show. Wasn't Stacy Keach in it?
Yeah.
There's a racist.
And all I can think of is American History X whenever I
Yeah.
see him in anything.
All I can think of is babies. With
that
cleft
hair lip
palates.
is real, right?
Yeah,
That wasn't just for American History X.
you still had it.
Oh,
Excuse me.
gross.
He still had it in Prison Break.
No, let's acknowledge the fact that you just spewed. What was
I
it, beer
had-
or water?
I had to gargle. It was water. Yeah.
Did you take your Vicodin, PJ?
No, I didn't. I'm afraid it'll fuck me up too bad. I'll fall asleep
Why do you have Vicodin?
because my fucking fucked up sciatica.
I just thought I'd give you an opportunity to bitch about your leg.
Oh, my leg really hurts. I'm tired of bitching about my leg. Anyone who's seen me in the last couple months knows that I limp around and make a big deal out of my hurt leg.
I remember when we went to go see Batman, and like there was 40 minutes to go in the movie. I thought it was over, and then it just kept going and
Yeah.
going. But you got up at a certain
Didn't
point.
you hate Batman's voice in it? God.
That is an argument I will no longer make because I've heard it too much from other people.
Yeah, exactly.
But no,
Yeah.
40 minutes before the movie ends, and you get up because you can't handle it anymore. You can't just sit for an extended period
Right,
of time.
sitting hurts.
How are you
I'm
holding up
in
right
a
now?
lot of pain right now. No Vicodin.
I think it's working for
I
you.
think
not
it's
against.
coming through in my performance. That's how uncomfortable I am. But I stood on the side of the theater, and then
Yeah.
I made the hilarious joke when I came back. So what happened?
I think the girl that was with us at the time actually bought into it. Like thought that you had disappeared for that long, or
Yeah.
just left.
I got a
Acknowledging
question.
it.
Did that girl like The Dark Knight? This is where I'm going with this. I don't really care about the answer.
Okay.
Girls at my work, like when they come up to me and they're like, "Did you see The Dark Knight?" And I go, "Yeah, I saw The Dark Knight. You fucking bitch." They're
Little
like,
harsh.
"Wasn't it incredible? Oh my god!" And I don't believe them. I don't believe that any girl like that actually likes that movie.
It's
It's
probably
like
the
when
same
girls
girls-
say they like football and like they buy a pink football jersey and they're like, Seahawks, that's my team, go Hawks. And then like they go to a Super Bowl party and don't watch the thing for like 1 second.
Well, they have to tend to the chips.
That's
and
also me at a Super Bowl party doing anything except to watch the Super Bowl.
dip. I know, me too.
Uh,
Hey, you guys got a Wii in the back room? I'm gonna go hang out with your kids.
It's to the point now where I don't even get invited to those things. But no, I really don't believe it when they're like, "Oh, it was so good," because they're just like,
I think a
they
lot
have
of it
to
is
say it. Everyone's saying it. Heath Ledger died.
well, that's what it is. It's the Heath Ledger factor.
Oh, yeah,
and
because
they
they always
loved him in 10 Things I Hate About You.
This one girl who I'm talking about in particular, she was like, "Wasn't his performance incredible? I think he should get a postmodern Oscar." Like totally mispronounces the word, like just regurgitating everything she heard before. And then I told her right there, I was like, "I don't believe it when girls say they like that movie. That's bullshit." And then this other girl's like, "I liked it. Are you saying I'm lying too?" And I was like, "Well, I guess."
I
Kind of
wouldn't think.
close-minded because I don't believe she would either, because she's another one of these girls.
Well, and girls in a town like Yakima, they're not going to appreciate Heath Ledger for Brokeback.
No.
Ew, he's gay. They must not even know about that movie.
I don't know.
Otherwise
These
they'd be
girls will probably
protesting.
pretend to be open-minded enough to like it. They probably have a gay brother or something. I think one of them does.
Or a lot of girls are bi these days.
That's true.
Most girls. I heard it's like 90.
Pretend lesbians. Ex-girlfriends of Nick being pretend lesbians. Thank you for listening. Seriously.
Yeah, have driven a girl or two to lesbianism.
Nice.
Let me go through the list and think if every girl that I've either dated or somewhat dated,
Okay.
if I knew about
Okay.
a girl that they had kissed at least.
There's your internet girlfriend, your first one.
How many internet girlfriends are going to come up, PJ?
I don't know. Apparently, all of them. You get them on Craigslist. But the first one from California, she did some lesbian stuff, right?
Oh, yeah, pretty sure. Sure.
Well, that was your only girlfriend, right?
For a while, yes. And then the other one came along from here, Yakima.
Okay.
I've said too much.
Yeah.
Yes, she's a lesbian now.
Yeah.
Full
So I
out.
hear.
Okay. Who was after that? Oh, there was a brief affairs. The right word.
Yeah, you are a fucking adulterer.
Anyway, that person definitely. In fact, I know
We
kissed
can't
one of
talk
my friends.
about that on the podcast.
No.
Okay.
There's still a chance I could get my ass kicked. I really don't want to run that
Don't
risk.
fuck married women.
I would never. And then the one after that.
So she kissed a girl. Did she write a
kissed
song
for
about
the first time? Yeah.
Oh.
And then the one after that. Yes.
Oh, who's that?
Uh,
Okay, no, I know who you're talking about. Go ahead. I'm not going to ruin your life anymore.
And then this most recent, which was just,
Right.
it came and it went. I don't know about her, but probably.
I don't know.
I think the track record, I mean, considering every other person that I've been attracted to at one time
So you
loves the ladies.
are you all into the art chicks then, the art girls that go lesbian and experiment for a while?
No.
Is that like what you're attracted to now?
No, it doesn't matter the gender. I'm just a jealous motherfucker either which way.
Oh.
Do you find that to be true? Like I can't stand it. Like I'm really an asshole. Like once somebody's actually my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like we've been seeing each other for a good long while.
So you get mad if your girlfriend kisses a girl? Is that what you're saying?
Not as mad as it turns out. Like,
sounds pretty fucking sweet to me. Pull your cock
no,
out.
I don't even mean that. Like it's not like, oh, that's awesome. Let me visualize it. Although
Yeah, I'm not into that.
yeah,
You are more
not
than
at all.
me. No.
Not ever?
Lesbianism? Ugh.
Have you not seen the Two Girls One Cup
No, I haven't yet.
or the two? Yeah.
That'll be episode 10.
Your reaction to that? I think
Two Brothers, One Cup. I'm calling the title. It's fucking hilarious.
But that's an internet phenomenon that's already passed. There's something else out there now.
There has to be.
Yeah, we got to find out what that is.
We can read Bernie Mac's Wikipedia page and find out how he died.
We know how he died. It's pneumonia, yeah?
Yeah. I guess he had some disease, but they say it's unrelated to that. Let's talk about this Netflix movie that you rented. Because I know you really fucking hated this movie.
Yeah.
And I really hated the movie recently, too. But the movie's Flakes, starring Aaron Stanford. What else did you say he's in?
I don't know. We IMDb'd him earlier. What did we come up with? Fucking bullshit. I can't remember.
Forget. I already have too many tabs open on my computer. And Zoe Deschanel, who I know you'd like to fuck.
Oh, yeah. She, oh, God. Do I love her? Especially, and this is going to sound really
Especially in
lame.
The Happening.
No, I didn't.
Oh, and Almost Famous, because you like the artsy chicks.
No. It has nothing to do with Almost Famous. It's
that's where I loved her.
It's Weeds.
Oh, yeah.
She's great on Weeds. She's that kind of quirky, crazy.
As much as I fucking
fucker.
hate Weeds,
You hate Weeds?
I've been DVRing this whole last season. I always it takes me a long time to actually start watching the season because it's so
Oh,
dumb.
no, it's like candy, buddy. It's like candy.
I just want Kevin Nealon, what's that guy, Justin Kirk, the guy who plays Andy.
Andy.
I just want all their scenes.
I know.
The whole thing with
That's the whole
Elizabeth
reason to watch the
Perkins
show.
is stupid. Mary Louise Parker is so ugly.
Okay, I wasn't going to talk about her physical appearance.
She looks like
her performance is ugly,
she looks
PJ,
like
I
her
agree.
skin has Down syndrome. It's all droopy and it's fucking ridiculous. But
You know what I can't stand about her character on that show is like she's just constantly making stupid life-altering decisions. I'm going to burn my house down. I'm going to fucking confront
with
the drug
fucking
lords.
gas with the cops outside. Come on. It's too much for me
It's
sometimes.
gotten ridiculous. I liked it more. I think it jumped the shark a little bit.
It's about man, I fucking hate it when shows do that. It's about weed and stuff, but I don't know. It kind of feels like they are trying to cram some sort of moral issue down your throat. But then they get
No, they're not. Nobody has morals on that show.
Well, yeah, I know, but they get like Kevin Nealon, the guy, and it's really funny because he smokes pot all the time. But then Then again, his wife left him, and now he's a drug dealer, and he got arrested. Like, I think they're trying to say, oh, it's fun, but do it carefully.
Did you get that same message at the end of Pineapple Express a little bit? When he's like, I don't need
Preachy?
weed to succeed in life. Or
I don't know. Maybe that was trying to be like purposely over the top. I know that Judd Apatow is anti-weed. As much as all of his moneymakers are so pro-weed in all of his movies. But then he claims that
he's
his
anti-weed.
He's anti-weed. I read it. He's like
I watched Knocked Up last night.
No, I know.
There are like 15 scenes.
He is staunchly against marijuana use, and he claims that his movies, in the end, don't advocate
Do you think he's trying to pull an Andy Kaufman on the world?
What's that?
I got to imagine he's a pothead.
Oh,
that doesn't make any sense to me.
Maybe he used to be, and he's married to that really annoying lady now that he puts in his
Leslie
fucking
Mann,
movies and fucking ruins all of his
What
movies.
other movies did she ruin that he didn't even... Oh, I guess he
The
did have something to
40-Year-Old
do with the Cable
Virgin,
Guy.
She was awful.
I'm thinking way back.
Oh, yeah, Cable Guy.
Yeah, she wasn't so bad in that.
He probably wrote
She
George
played less
of
of
the
an
Jungle.
obnoxious character in that one.
Oh,
Should we just restart the intro for Flakes? Because it's turned into something else entirely.
Okay. Well, it stars Aaron Stanford and Zoe Deschanel.
No. For real. We should leave all that other... I wanted to talk about Pineapple Express, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Now I don't know where to start from. Are we going to talk about Flakes or are we going to talk about Pineapple Express?
I don't know. I was about to read the thing. I think you said you want to talk about Pineapple Express.
Not so much. I guess we touched on it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you can read the synopsis
Okay.
for Flakes.
All right. The movie is.
Or did you already do that?
No.
Oh, okay.
So here's the synopsis to the movie Flakes. And I've seen this at the video store.
But you haven't seen it.
I don't think I ever
until
read
you've
the back.
seen it.
I can't believe can't there just be a shitty movie without it making you so mad?
Oh, well, read the synopsis and then I'll really
Okay.
get into it.
Hanging out with eccentric. Sorry, let me start. Hanging out with eccentric pal Pussycats, Zoe Deschanel.
That's
I fucking
Katz, right?
Yeah, I hate it. And a host of oddball customers. Slacker Neil Downs runs a funky bistro in New Orleans.
He's
that
a slacker.
serves
It should say lovable slacker.
A
Though.
lovable slacker.
You really get to love this guy right from the
A
beginning.
lovable funky bistro that serves nothing but cereal. But his easy life gets difficult when a competitor tries to rip off his restaurant idea. Now he'll have to fight if he wants to save his lifestyle and his livelihood. This is my favorite part. Christopher Lloyd co-stars in this quirky indie comedy directed by Michael Lehman.
Okay, the keywords to pay attention to there are quirky and indie and comedy.
And then
I don't know that it
the
accomplishes any of
message
that.
you left on Netflix says "fuck off and die, Flakes."
That's just for my personal Netflix friends. People should friend me.
I'm honored. I get emails when you leave these movie notes.
Anyway, I really meant that. What did I give it? A 1-star review? Because I couldn't give it fucking 0.
1 stars.
This fucking movie, PJ, like right from the beginning, it's so retarded. That guy, the main character, Andrew Stanton, that's the actor's name?
Aaron Stanford.
Okay, I wasn't even close. Anyway, that fucking dickhead, like he strides into the movie and he's like, I'm a musician, I'm misunderstood, I'm obviously too smart to work at this quirky little store where all we sell is fucking cereal and all everybody does is talk about the origins of cereal like it fucking matters, like it means shit to anybody.
Wait a minute, this
like
is
this vintage cereal.
This is how that guy felt, or this was his story?
30 minutes of the movie is like, let's talk about the origins of Count Chocula
Oh god,
in a really hipster way.
That sounds really quirky.
Yeah, and Christopher Lloyd is like the madcap owner of the place that's clearly lost his mind but still knows a lot of facts about cereal. So really it's every other like oncoming indie comedy except for like it's about cereal. That makes
Does
it
it make
different.
you want to research cereal after watching it, like how watching the Mighty Ducks really makes me want to learn how to play hockey?
Yeah, it's exactly like that. Mighty Ducks 2 is really where that came in.
Yeah.
For me. But no, so it's like every scene you would predict, like right at the beginning, within the first 6 minutes of the movie.
Oh, this is what else he was in. He was Pyro in X-Men.
Oh yeah, that fucking guy.
Yeah, I fucking loved Pyro.
I was not a big fan of the X-Men movies in general.
Yeah, well, the last one sucked.
But
But anyway, so Christopher Lloyd's really quirky.
no,
and
that's
indie.
not where I was at all.
Oh, okay.
So we're very early into the movie, like, hey, let's talk about cereal for 5 minutes over the opening credits. There's some song about cereal in the background, and Zoe Deschanel's my quirky girlfriend, and I fucking love Zoe Deschanel. I really do.
Yeah.
God, If only. But
If only I could get her in a dark
she
alley.
does not save this movie. And really, that's the only reason I rented it. I was like, oh, I like her in most things.
You were hoping she'd get naked?
Yeah, a little bit. And then that's the thing, too.
I don't think she gets
This
naked.
movie is billed as unrated, but only because it never made it to fucking theaters and didn't warrant a rating at all. Like,
Yeah.
it's so tame. They throw in the F word every once in a while to be shocking. And that's what this movie is. And so, so at the very beginning of the movie, like, he's like, hey, I work at the cereal store. And then this guy comes in, and he's like, if the movie were cast well and had any money and the sets didn't look like shit, James Spader could be in this role. But like 80s James Spader, like when he was the slime ball and Pretty in Pink and all those movies.
Right. Like the guy from Better Off Dead?
Yeah. Yeah, that guy. Anyway,
Buenos dias.
so the guy literally comes in with like a suit, like an ill-fitting suit and a briefcase, and he's got the horn-rimmed glasses on and the slicked back hair, and he's like, so who's the owner of this company? And then the guy's like, me, I took it over, I'm 21, but whatever. And then the guy's
I love
like,
life, and I love cereal, and I love art.
and the guy pretends to like it. He's like, oh, this is such a great idea. You should capitalize on this. And the guy's like, it's not about money. I just need to get my CD out there. People need to hear my music. And then, so the guy, like, over and over again, he's like, really, you should consider selling. And then the music gets more daunting.
Does this movie end with him, like, putting on a concert to save his store or something?
It's so good. Wait till I get to it. I'm going to spoil the whole movie, by the way.
Oh, damn it.
But you should still rent it.
Okay.
You should have your own perspective. So then, then the guy's like, you'll be sorry. And if he had a mustache, he'd be curling it.
Right.
And so then he like slinks out of the restaurant, and then there's this whole side story about him and Zoe Deschanel. I want to work for your company. No, I don't allow women. That wasn't really it. She's like, you need to work on your CD, and he's like, I need to work on my cereal. And then
Or
I'm
does
really
he,
making
like,
this movie out to be better than
is
it
it
is.
like
I think.
Waitress and he makes his own cereal and wins a contest?
No, but like he'll get FedEx some vintage 1950s cereal, and he'll put it on his showcase. Sometimes he'll eat it, which I didn't understand. Like there was
Zoe
this whole,
Deschanel just seems fucking stupid enough too to be like,
It's
I love
obvious-
this idea.
Yeah, it's obviously the only reason the movie got made, because she's the only known face
Yeah.
in that fucking movie, and Christopher Lloyd. But who cares anymore?
Yeah,
Especially
really.
after his performance in this movie.
I guarantee you we'll get him on episode 12.
So PJ, this slimy guy comes in, basically steals the deeds for the restaurant while he's in there, and then of course you get the next scene, and he's literally opened a place across the street, literally across the street, and their place is called Flakes, as is the name of the movie, and his place is called The New Original Flakes.
Oh.
And we're still taking this movie seriously because the guy has such wise things to say all the time, our main character. That's what keeps you compelled. And so, and then Zoe Deschanel as his girlfriend and him get in a big fight, and she goes to work across the street with the guy to get back at him.
Ooh.
And then their company, because of her suggestions, like takes off, and it's a whole back and forth. PJ, the movie's fucking terrible.
So this town really cares about cereal.
Yeah.
They don't just go to a Safeway.
Well, no, actually her character at a certain point made a point to say, do you know why his restaurant will always be more successful than yours? Because people don't go there for the cereal. They go there to be there because it's cool.
Wow. That is some A+.
Please see this
dialogue.
movie. Please see this movie.
So the movie I watched and really fucking hated, which I bought before I watched, was Across the Universe.
Why would you buy that movie? 4 for 20?
4 for 20 at Blockbuster. Yeah, got some other pieces of shit with it. But you know that I have a love for dick in my mouth and therefore musicals. But man, it's so like the songs they would sing are great songs, but they would only play like 30 seconds of it.
Oh, until that fucking circus tent scene.
I don't know. I kind of quit watching. And then they would sing the song in like super slow motion. Like he'd be like, I remember him singing Jim Sturgis going, so you say you want a revolution. Like it was just so agonizing and drawn out. And then they would only play like the well-known words of the song.
No,
and
you need
stop.
You need to get later into the movie.
With Bono.
That's when they get more psychedelic on your ass. Yeah, with Bono and
Yeah.
with Eddie Izzard.
But see, I also didn't have any pot.
Oh, it doesn't help. I've seen it with
Really?
and without. I've seen the movie twice. Yeah, twice. The first time I saw it in the theater, and it was fucking agonizing because I was sober,
I
and it's like
wanted to see it
2.5
in the
hours
theater.
long.
Yeah.
And plus, a certain individual who I will not name, but who I fucking have problems with lately, just sat and made fun of the movie the whole time. And really,
yeah,
I'm
I
not
know who
enjoying
you're
it
talking
either,
about.
but don't fuck it up for everybody else around us.
Yeah.
Be the asshole that, let's go out and smoke and make fun of it. We're not watching it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, that is pretty annoying. I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I
The same
IMDb.
gentleman,
Oh,
DJ.
okay.
Never mind.
What did he
I'm
do?
gonna shoot myself in the foot. It's basically the same story, just a different setting.
I know him. He doesn't listen.
Okay, so a friend of ours, I'm not gonna name any names all of a sudden.
Okay.
But I'm over at this
get some
gentleman's house who
initials?
lives with another friend of mine.
I got
They're
it.
roommates. And so another friend is coming over and has never seen the second season of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which my friend happened to own.
Uh-huh.
And so she comes over and she's really excited to watch it. And this gentleman who I've had problems with lately is also there. And he sits out in the living room. And we know that he hates the show anyway. And so we give him a fair warning that we're watching it. And he's like, no, it's fine. And then seriously fucking 2 hours, and I don't know why I didn't say anything, he sits and makes little comments about, oh, these characters are so fucking annoying.
I can picture him doing the ugh
Yeah.
every time.
And like, really just shuffle off to your own room if you're that pissed off.
Is your problem with him that he's gay?
No, PJ.
I think it
In
is.
fact, that's the only thing that's maintaining
the only-
any sort of friendship
That's
whatsoever.
the only thing that I'm getting from this conversation.
Is that an accusation that I'm gay? I'm really confused at where this is going.
No, I just think you hate gay people.
Because if you want to talk about that, we can talk about that.
About how you hate gays?
About how I am gay,
Oh, are you?
and how about how I hate myself as a result.
Oh, wow. Do
No,
you blame
no.
mom? Did mom hug you too
I don't
much?
blame mom. I thank mom.
I bet mom dressed you up as a girl.
No,
I don't doubt it. You had the long curly
Do you have one of
hair.
those stories? I think more people do than are
No.
willing to admit.
I remember us.
And not because I do.
I
I've
remember
never worn
you
a fucking
and I
dress.
dressing like what? Okay,
No.
well I definitely remember me dressing up like a girl when we were
What?
at like grandma's house, or no, maybe we were at I'm gonna say the name. Who cares? At Uncle Russ's house, and our cousins out in Moxie, and then like they dressed me up in a dress, and it was really funny. I could swear you too.
No. Are you talking about that
Felt so
play that we put on?
comfortable. No, that play. I played Billy the Kid in that fucking play. All right.
It
Oh,
looked like a
so
dress to me.
embarrassing.
Um,
I bet that's on videotape somewhere.
yeah, it is. I own that videotape.
Remember?
I
when-
own most of the home videos.
Remember
man.
when we were
We should post some of
when
those
we were
on
doing
fucking
that
YouTube.
play? Oh, we should on YouTube.
The one where Dad's yelling at you, which is almost all of them.
Every single one. Or mom's telling me to hide my teeth when I laugh. And then
Yeah, you
can-
were really bitter about that last night, man. You
Yeah.
kept bringing it up. Don't tell me to fucking hide my teeth 20 years later.
I know. I feel like emailing that to her sometimes.
Well, she
But-
listens to the show, PJ.
Remember when we were doing that play and then you couldn't tie the rope around the fence post, and our
we should-
uncle had to come down?
We
and
should
help
clarify that by play, we mean something we and our cousins whipped together in 2 hours' time to
Oh,
perform
yeah.
for our uncles and aunts in the backyard of their house.
Oh, so embarrassing.
I didn't want people to like envision an auditorium or something.
I can't. Oh my god, this is why I'm only gonna have one kid, and why I'm glad you told me you're not gonna have any kids. As an adult, I don't see how you can put up with that.
First
shit.
of all,
Just
I
watching
didn't
your
necessarily
kids
say I
just
wouldn't have any kids.
embarrass. Just watching your kids embarrass themselves.
Yeah, what about that
like-
first time Sophie fucks up big? Oops.
Oh, I know, and like
We got to
really-
bleep out her name, huh?
That's all right. The first time my daughter, I'm just gonna punch her in the face
Press
as hard as
on.
I can.
Yeah.
I IMDb Jim Sturgis because I was curious after watching that movie if he was
Yeah.
really British, and he is.
Yeah, didn't he hide his accent in 21 though? I didn't see it.
That's my whole thing is like, if you're British, doesn't that mean like you're a proper actor or something like that? Why would he do 21? Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it. I hear it's terrible
so
though.
bad.
You're not the only one to tell me that.
Oh yeah, it's so awful. Loosely based on a book that I've read. I own it, and it's a really good book, I
Yeah.
guess. But I mean, I don't even know why they say it's based on that. Because it's not at all. The character, I mean, the book's full of Asians. Oh man, the Asian kids in 21 were the most annoying because
Stereotypical,
the
you
little
mean?
actors, like this one kid, I can't remember the stuff he's in. He's in Vantage Point, played like a cameraman, and he was in
All right.
he was in The Perfect Score with Erica Christensen.
Oh, he's the
about-
Asian guy in that?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I know who you're talking about.
And then there's like the scene from the trailer for 21 where, dude, I lost count like 5 cards ago. Don't call me dude. Such a fucking awful movie.
Do you think that people are still like the reason that movie got made probably is because Kevin Spacey?
Yeah,
But do
why would
people
he even
care
do
about
it?
Kevin Spacey anymore?
And Kate Bosworth.
When's the last time? And
Kevin
what's his thing with Kate
Spacey
Bosworth?
has
too?
always. I don't know why Kevin Spacey's this guy who can just do the shittiest movies just randomly.
Because he was in
And
a couple
still
of
be so
great
respect-
movies.
But still,
He was in 7 and Usual Suspects at essentially the same time.
how does he get that much?
Because he got the Oscar nomination too.
Has Ben Affleck.
Oh,
won
American
an
Beauty. Let's
Oscar.
not forget American Beauty. He had a good streak there.
Well, no,
Those
yeah,
are good movies. I think.
I don't disagree. I think Glengarry Glen Ross. Sure,
Oh, yeah.
I'll give it to
Sure,
you.
sure.
But then you got your fucking K-Pax. Pay It Forward, where my face is burnt off, and I think I'm gonna get an Oscar, and I think Haley Joel Osment's gonna get an Oscar.
And let's talk about
and
our wish for
Helen
an Oscar
Hunt had
basically
just been
on screen.
nominated, and it's just fucking ridiculous. Like he shouldn't be able to get away. Ben Affleck won an Oscar, and for writing, which is like even more. It's even better than just happening to get.
How
a
did
great
Ben
role in a
Affleck get
movie.
into this conversation?
Because he did, he did Paycheck and some other really, really Geely and some other really shitty movies, and then he's a joke now. Like, no, he's also a terrible actor.
He's a respected director now with The Gone Baby Gone.
Yeah. Is he gonna direct anything else?
Yeah, he's got another one in the works. It's based on another gritty crime novel.
From the same author.
No.
It got me.
Although I like that guy. I love Mystic River too, man.
Oh,
Let me sit and cry in front of that movie.
Gone
I'll do
Baby
it.
Gone was one of the 4 movies I bought at Blockbuster, and then I started it, and I was like, I'd rather watch Mystic River. I put it on, and it is a fucking great movie.
It is. It's so sad and awful the whole time.
And it's just like I want to yell. I want to shake Tim Robbins and say, "What are you doing? Just come clean.
I know.
Your friend is gonna stab you."
It's like that scene in any sitcom or romantic comedy where, like, if the one person would just not be an idiot for a scene, Roger Ebert talks about this a lot.
Yeah.
If that one person would just say the one sentence that needs to be said to clarify the situation, then none of the rest of the movie has to happen, and none of us have to
A
suffer.
shitty sitcom or Lost when no one just
How
says,
dare you?
When no one just asks what is going on.
They
Why
do
is this way?
occasionally,
No,
and then they make
no,
some joke
no,
out of it.
Not
It's
really.
like, hey, Arts, what's going on with the island? And then he blows up.
When Jack was first captured by the others, in season 2 or season 2 or 3, and he was
Whenever
there
they're
in
in the
their
fucking
compound,
cages, I fucking
he
tuned
never
out for a
said
while.
what the fuck, what is happening. He's just like, I'm gonna take a vow of silence. I'm a fucking war hero. I've got my people back there. Great show. I fucking love it, but it just makes me mad that they won't say anything. And you know what else makes me mad about Lost? And I've talked to you about this.
You're not even giving me an opportunity to speak.
Let me get this out, and then by all means.
And then I'll do my Saeed impression. It's pretty good.
Okay, let's hear that first. Because I'm about to do my
I gotta
Jin
work up to
impression. Jin, give Jin a backstory that he watched a Dharma video and it magically taught him English. Because this thing about him just all of a sudden starting to learn English,
No.
and he says the most ridiculous things like "go boom" for all the dynamite, all the C4 in the bottom.
Don't you understand that he's learning for his wife?
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
And they've been on the island like 100-something days, guy.
That's not enough time because he was.
Yes, it is.
He was fucking on the raft forever.
Think about it.
and
He's not
captured
surrounded by
forever.
anybody that speaks the
He
language.
has-
Even his wife doesn't speak the language for the most part
right,
anymore.
but he has not even been around his wife, who is the one teaching him. Maybe in island time for the last 20 days he's been with his wife, but every now and then it's like, "Can you pass the cereal?" And then Jack will go, "Sounding good, Jen." It just makes me mad that like anytime. Oh, you fucking
Hold on. Let me
unprofessional
see
bastard. Can we get a speakerphone? Will this be a good speakerphone conversation?
No. In fact, I'm gonna ignore her altogether.
Okay.
This is what I do, ladies. When I don't answer, I'm fucking recording.
Yeah. And they should know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Let's hear your Saeed impression.
Oh, I was kidding about that. Give me a line to say, and I'll do it in Saeed's voice. Something about give me the gun.
One of my favorite lines, most ridiculous lines from this year was when he said, "That's 3 blocks from our house." Or no, that's 3 blocks from where Nadia was killed. Like, thank you,
Let me give it
because
a
we're
go.
the idiot viewer that needs to be really told.
That's 3 blocks from where Nadia was killed.
Nice.
No, it wasn't. Don't fucking give me that look.
I have an old, ugly life partner in Barbara Hershey. I believe he fathered a kid during an affair that he had in Barbara Hershey.
Are you talking about real life shit?
No, I'm talking about Saeed on the island.
Oh, okay.
No, what's his name? Naveen Andrews. His His unmarried partner, his Angelina Jolie, is Barbara Hershey from Beaches. And she's like 30 years older than him. And then he cheated on her and had a kid with his mistress.
Wow.
But Barbara Hershey forgave him.
Where do you pick up pieces of information?
Lots of the Insider, Entertainment Tonight, Access Hollywood.
Okay, I'm going to give you a line, and then you have to do it in Pat O'Brien's voice.
Okay. Next up on the Insider.
No.
Or is it going to be,
line.
I want to spank your ass.
This is the line. That's 3 blocks from where Nadia was killed.
Find out all the hullabaloo that happened 3 blocks from where Nadia was killed. Next on the Insider. In 21 minutes on the Insider, we've got the latest Marie Osmond fainting on Dancing with the Stars news. Here's Donny Osmond for a special update. My sister is fine. She knew she was about to get booted.
Is he an actual correspondent on that show?
On the Insider constantly, especially when Marie Osmond was on Dancing with the Stars. That show's on like 4 times a week, Dancing with the Stars. And he'd come on and just always give his sister updates. And then when she fucking fainted on the show, it was so fake. And like, ugh, they're such an embarrassing family. I bet they 69 all the time. I just got a good idea for the YouTube video. We should put that sketch of Julia Louis-Dreyfus on Saturday Night Live. Remember the Donnie and Marie sketch, and they started making out.
No.
Snip, snip, boring conversation.
No. Who plays Donnie in that?
I don't know. Some guy that was on Saturday Night Live, apparently.
At the same time as her, when she was still a cast member, this was?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty dated, PJ.
That was pretty brief, too.
Our listenership is young.
That's true. You guys, you need to check out Saturday Night Live. It's just, that's what got me started in comedy.
Yeah, it's groundbreaking.
Get away from Mad TV.
What inspired my run of Second City.
Do you know how well Disaster Movie is going to do in Yakima? It's going to do
Let's not talk about it.
Insanely well. It's going to be at the Uptown Plaza right across the parking lot from where I work.
Which is ghetto.
Yeah. And the parking lot is going to be fucking jam-packed with Dodge Neons seeing that movie.
Maybe we should make the YouTube clip the trailer for that movie, because people should really appreciate how awful
movie?
it is. Flake's got me all fired up, and now I want to talk about this movie.
Oh, I really haven't seen much of a preview for Disaster Movie. Just when the lady that's in Mad Men now, but she also used to be on Mad TV, so obviously she's in Disaster Movie.
And things with Mad in the title.
I wasn't going to point that out, although she is developing Mad Libs the movie. And she's playing the Juno character, but then she does the "you don't mess with the Zohan," the legs coming from nowhere,
but it's the
kicking
baby's
the guy.
leg.
Oh, that's right. And she's she's kicking?
Choking
I bet
choking
who's
the guy.
Who's she choking? It's probably Bin Laden.
I imagine so.
Because every single thing has to be a joke in those movies.
Yeah, and like things that have just come out. There's a Hancock parody in there. And I'm trying to think of anything else. Like, I'm fucking drawing a blank, but it's so terrible.
Yeah, well, thankfully, I haven't seen much of the trailer. Those movies, I saw a Scary Movie in the theater.
The first one?
Yeah. I think,
PJ.
weren't you there with me?
I'd like to say I wasn't. I remember seeing Scary Movie 2 in the theater.
Didn't you know someone that, like, really
but only
wanted
until
to
that scene
see...
where they shoot the girl up into the ceiling with his cum. And then I was offended. I had to walk out.
Didn't the friend who we probably saw that movie with, NK... Didn't he really, really want to go see Little Man with you? Was that the movie that like he insisted you guys go see?
No, Little Man would have been too recent because we weren't friends by the time that movie came out.
Maybe it was. No, it could have been White Chicks. Oh, you know what? What was it? It was Black Knight with Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
Remember? And he's like, oh.
Okay, here's what it came down to. And I admit that my option wasn't very appealing to him, I'm sure. But we knew we wanted to see a movie. And, oh, yeah, we all went. Him and his brother. And you?
I was not invited.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
You were really a dick back then.
let's not make this.
Remember when you and him got tickets to Warped Tour and you forbid me from going because that was a you and him thing?
Yeah, and then we thought it would be cool to like dye our hair, but we didn't really want to dye our hair because we were afraid of what our parents would say.
Did you put in that spray and
the spray stuff that you could buy at
out?
Hot Topic? Man, we were pretty awesome, except for then it started to get real sweaty because it was an outdoor arena, and it was like all running down our foreheads and stuff.
I would have been making fun of you.
We were awesome 17. I know. I was so thankful that you weren't there as the younger brother pointing and laughing at me. We were talking about something else entirely.
Oh, yeah. He wanted to see Black Knight.
Oh yeah. The option I'd given him was, we should go see. Remember that Steve Martin movie that came out, like the dark
My Blue
comedy?
Heaven.
No.
Oh, Novocaine.
Novocaine, and that was out at the same theater. And he's like, "Let's just go see this Martin Lawrence movie. I know it'll be
wouldn't see
stupid, but we'll laugh the whole
I
time."
can't believe you went and saw it. You also paid $10 to see Hancock, though.
Yeah, that's different. I was an adult making adult decisions by that time. Still no excuse. That was a fucking terrible movie, despite what anybody says.
What's that, Black Knight?
No, Black Knight can fucking go to hell. Do you think they even bother with DVD on that one?
Yeah, I'm sure it's on DVD.
I feel like I'm talking
I'm
really
sure it did
fast.
very well in Yakima.
You know who we should get as a guest? Is that guy that
The
did
Micro Machines guy?
God, you're fucking in my head, PJ. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
You know, the thing is, we're brothers, and I really think that's the great dynamic of this show. Like, we know each other so
All right,
well.
PJ, don't
I knew
fucking
you were going to
cram
say
it down their
the
throats,
microphone,
please.
the Micro Machines.
Hold on, I'm gonna do my Micro Machines guy impression.
Okay.
Give me something.
This week on the Inside Out, Lindsay Lohan.
That was a terrible Micro Machines guy impression.
It was Pat O'Brien doing the Micro Machines guy. Do I need to teach you impressions?
Yeah, I am. Your facial hair is pretty pathetic, guy.
I haven't shaved in a long time either.
How long has it been?
Maybe 2 weeks.
Oh my God, really? I gotta shave at least every 4 or 5 days. Not that I can like grow cool facial hair.
Right.
It's just pube looking little whiskers.
See, that's mine. Is I get this ridiculous thing, and like, it's not enough to where I can bother myself to shave. And but then everyone at work will just make fun of me.
Yeah, and that's
Oh,
what does it for me. I'm
Trying
like,
to grow a beard, huh?
for me, it's like I always get the Chimo comment. Oh, get rid of your Chimo stash.
You know what I hate is when people, because it really upsets me that I can't grow facial hair.
Me too.
I'd
When I
like
see
to
the
have
fucking guy with the
pubic hair.
Galifianakis beard come through, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I wish that was me.
And see, it's always that guy too. That's like, or no, it's a clean shaven guy that'll be like, oh yeah, man, I can't grow a beard either. And then you'll see him like 2 weeks later with like a big fucking Zach Galifianakis beard, and you're like, and I'm like, oh, I thought you couldn't grow a beard, asshole. Oh no, I'm just like, you do. This took 2 weeks. Like, no, you don't understand. I do not grow. You can count my facial hair, and they're long and disgusting, and I can't be bothered to shave them.
I feel like even my facial hair represents facial hair better than yours does.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, like, I can see yours from across the room. You can see mine, like, in the sunlight, and you want to fucking puke. Like, my huge pores and little hairs over. I'm totally a 15-year-old greasy kid.
Or you're, like, hitting on the 15-year-old greasy kid in the playground.
And I'm fat now, too, so I'm, like, the fat greasy kid. There was a kid that came into work the other day sitting at my table, and he was 15, and he had, like, a full-on fucking beard.
How do you know he was 15?
We were making jokes. I had my Mr. Server voice on. I'm like, shot of whiskeys for the kids, ha ha ha. Oh, I would believe this guy because like you could tell he was really young, but he did have a beard. I'm like, you got more facial hair than I could ever dream of, Scout. I got a $10 tip on that table too.
Well, good job.
In Yakima, that's really fucking good.
No, it sounds good.
You know Vincent Gambini, but you make a good argument.
Is that a Sopranos thing?
No, that's my cousin, Vincent Gambini. I just watched that movie yesterday.
I watch that movie whenever it's on, which is always when I'm here.
Yeah, it is. It's a big TNT favorite.
It's pretty entertaining.
So
I'll sit and enjoy it, knowing exactly what's going to happen. I know he's slipping in the mud. Oh, he's got to wear the silly suit now.
What's a ute?